Hello everyone, Luke here. In this video I'm going to be doing a VHS review of Thomas and the Special Letter. This is a very nostalgic release for me as my grandparents had it, so I'm very excited to get into this. But before we get started, I'm going to go through a quick history of the release. Thomas and the Special Letter was originally released on VHS in 1995 by Anchor Bay, and in 2002 it was re-released with the updated cover design. In 2007 it was released on DVD by Anchor Bay. And in 2009, it was released by Lionsgate for DVD. And with that out of the way, let's get into Thomas and the Special Letter. We start with our title episode, Thomas and the Special Letter, which is the 100th episode of the series. This episode's really good for a few reasons. One being there's just so many characters, like Donald and Douglas, Bill and Ben, Boko, Mavis, and we barely see them, so it's fun we get to see them all together. Another thing I like about this episode is it shows Thomas's immaturity. Sure, he's matured a lot since season 1, but he still has moments where he acts really immature, and it leads to a really cool crash. Also, I just really like the ending. It's really wholesome, so this is a great episode to start off this release. Our next episode is Home at Last, which introduces Duncan, a very fun character, and I love the voice that George Carlin gives him. It just makes all of his scenes so much better. I also really like how at the end of this episode, Topham just threatens Duncan. It's just so funny to me. But yeah, pretty good episode. Our next episode is Rock and Roll, which I will say is better than Home at Last. I mean, it starts with a montage of just Skarloey going down the line, and you get to see the beautiful narrow gauge sets. And it's a Duncan episode again. Let's go! And Duncan has no filter in this episode, which is really funny. Also, seeing Rusty get pissed is just so funny. Duncan really brings out the worst in everyone. But it ends with a happy ending with them becoming friends. So yeah, good episode. Our next episode is Steamroller, which has one of the best lines in all of classic Thomas.
Actually, I'm better. Goodbye.
But there's some other good things about this episode as well. I really like how when all the engines start picking on Sir Handel, Peter Sam is the one there to comfort him. Also, this episode is just in general pretty funny, with all the engines making fun of Sir Handel, and with the "actually I'm better" line. But yeah, that's about it. I don't have much else to say about this episode. Our next episode is Toad Stands By, which is a really good episode, because it wraps up Oliver's arc very nicely. I know I've already mentioned Carlin's narration, but in this episode especially, he's just really good. Another thing is I remember being scared when I was younger when Scruffy got torn apart. Plus, Duck's face has always made me laugh just because he's so happy that Scruffy gets torn apart. So yeah, this is a really good episode. The next episode is Bowl Down, which is probably the weakest episode of this release, but it's still good. I mean, just seeing all the engines work together to get payback is just great. Also, the entire montage of Duck and Stephanie pulling Class 40's train is really good. Plus, Gordon cheering on Duck and Stephanie is so nice. You know, now that I think about it, I think I like this episode a lot more than I thought I did. So yeah, another good episode. And to finish off this release, we have a song, Don't Judge a Book by its cover.
Thomas once saw Terrence the tractor fucking in a field one day, and he said,
which basically just retells the story of Terrence the Tractor, but it has a good message about not judging somebody about outward appearances. And it's just really catchy, which is a good thing for a Thomas song. So yeah, definitely a good way to end this release. What a release, man. Genuinely, there were no bad episodes. Hell, I'd say they were all good episodes. And a pretty good song at the end. And it is not just nostalgia. I'm nostalgic for Percy's Chocolate Crunch. And there were some bad episodes on that VHS. But yeah, I just really like this release. And feel free to drop a comment about what you think about it. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I plan on making more VHS reviews. So stay tuned and stay safe.